to say that this is actually, I believe, the 6th program that my wife Helene and I are doing on a centennial basis here at Queens College. We have Joel Mandelbaum to thank us for putting us in touch with David Cohen of the Friends of the Library. In 2002, we did a Langston Hughes Centennial Program. In 2003, it was Abel Maripol. In 2005, it was Mark Littstein and Leonard Lehrman. And this year is Morris Schappes. And in 2 years, I'm hoping it's going to be Ellie Siegmeister. We're doing 2 works of Ellie Siegmeister on the program today in anticipation of that. I also want to read something very brief, which will lead into our next speaker, who's going to tell us things that we know and that we don't know about Morris and his life and times. This is from the latest Jewish Currents magazine. Those of you who don't know, Morris was the life and soul and editor of Jewish Currents for many years, for most of the life of the magazine. We have 3 copies of it for anybody who doesn't have it already. And in the latest issue, there is a tribute to him by a man named Jack Newsom Porter in Newtonville, Massachusetts, whom I spoke with on the phone, gave me permission to read some of this to you, if you haven't heard it already. Maury, he calls him Maury, came to the USA via Argentina and Brazil in 1914, age 7. He was first a poet and a writer on poets. He did his master's thesis on William Ernest Henley, 1849 to 1903, author of the famous line, "My head is bloody but unbowed," from Invictus. He was not concerned with Jewish matters at all, and was not a historian, but taught English literature and composition. The radicalism came later. The historian came later. His application of a Marxist, historical materialist understanding of the world as applied to American Jewish history and sociology allowed him to discover all kinds of data were covered up for centuries. Data on blacks, women, workers, and other minorities. It was this merging of his Jewish Yiddish background and his radical Marxian ideology that was so exciting to me. He made me, and I think he's speaking for many of us, into a radical Jew and a Jewish radical. And with that, I'm going to introduce Professor Steve Lieberstein, who will tell us in a few minutes about Morris and his radical background and the history of his trials and tribulations that were referred to earlier. Steve Lieberstein.